What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having an amazing day out there so far. Today, we are going to be checking out Bobby McFerrin. I do not know anything about this guy other than he is supposed to be a phenomenally talented singer. Got a comment in another video the other day saying that we needed to check him out, that we couldn't miss it. So I went and I asked my wife, have you ever heard of this guy? She looked at me like I was insane, couldn't believe that I'd never heard of him. And she said, if you're going to watch his stuff, this is where you need to go. So she pointed me in the direction of this video. Apparently, it's Bobby McFerrin and Yo-Yo Ma, the world-renowned cellist. So I'm sure it's going to be epic. I'm confident that as many people have hyped this guy up, and as crazy as my wife looked at me for not knowing who he was, that he's going to be amazing. It's going to blow our minds. But before we get into it, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. You can head on over to Patreon and become a member there. If that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to priority requests as well as other perks and features. And then as always, with a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee, you can get a guaranteed request that either Steven or I will react to right here on the channel. Never expected, but always, always appreciated. All right, y'all, let's get into it. All right, folks, here we go. Bobby McFerrin and Yo-Yo Ma. I don't even know what they're singing because the name of the song is not in the name of the video, but let's not delay anymore. Let's get into it and check it out. Hush Little Baby. Okay. Recognize Yo-Yo Ma. So that's Edgar Meyer, Mark O'Connor. Okay. So I recognize several of these musicians right away. I just want to go ahead and pause and get that out there before we really get into it. So Yo-Yo Ma, Mark O'Connor, Edgar Meyer. I've known about those guys for a long time. First discovered them when they were playing together in kind of like a super group with Chris Thiele, doing, I think it was called like Goat Rodeo Sessions, and they're all insanely talented. So for me, the expectation's already crazy high for Bobby McFerrin because you don't step on the stage with these three dudes unless you are out of this world talented. So I'm ready to hear the whistling stuff right away. Whistling's always baffled me. I'm not a singer, so I don't know if like whistling pitches is similar to singing pitches. But I can't really whistle at all. So like hearing him follow that cello line, well, not follow, but in tandem with the cello line doing the whistling stuff is already super cool. I can tell this guy's going to be, he's going to be amazing. All right, let me roll it back. Just grooves.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa gonna buy you a mockingbird.
Oh, man.
That mockingbird won't sing. Papa gonna buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns to brass, Papa gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass should break, Papa gonna buy you a chocolate cake. Let's bam.
Oh my goodness. He's like what's it called when they do that in jazz? He's like scatting, like over, like ad-libbing over it, like just completely doing his own thing. His voice is killer. It's got power to it, but it's also like so smooth. I don't even really know how to describe it other than that, but his pitch is like, I don't know if he has perfect pitch, but it would be hard to believe if he doesn't. because his, I mean, with all the stuff that he's doing with the vocal ad libs, with the whistling, singing, like that is wild to me. How his pitch has stayed like right on the entire time. He's right in there with the instruments, and I mean, there could be inconsistencies between the instruments, just small scent differences in intonation, but he's right there with them, man. Just I respect that so much, man. And again, I'm not a singer, so honestly, it's one of those things where like you have sometimes even more respect for it because I don't even know how people do it. His voice is phenomenal. I want to take it back. I want to hear like that scat and stuff he was doing. He had Yo-Yo Ma grinning ear to ear. You don't. You don't just get Yo-Yo Ma grinning like that unless you're just amazing. And this dude's killer.
When that chocolate cake you eat, Papa gonna buy you a puppy sweet. And if that puppy won't bark, Papa gonna buy you a horse and cart. And if that horse and cart break down, Papa gonna buy you a big toy clown. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama gonna sing you a lullaby. Let's play.
Oh my gosh, how long is he gonna hold the note? What? I got okay. We gotta walk that back. Yeah, no, we gotta walk that back. Oh my gosh, that how big of a breath must he taken before he held that note? That was the wildest thing I've ever heard. And it wasn't even like he was holding one consistent pitch. He was just, and it wasn't even like rapid changes. He was just like chromatically sliding down to whatever pitch he wanted, like just so fluid. That was one of the most insane vocal things I've ever heard. I know there's a lot of crazy talented singers out there. I have never heard a singer do something like that with so much nuanced control over their voice and just be able to hold that out. I also love the little flutter thing. It made me think of, this is just me showing my age, it made me think of Napoleon Dynamite. Obviously I think this was before Napoleon Dynamite. But that's what it made me think of. That was insane. I'm gonna stop talking. I want to hear it again. This is just nuts. Oh my goodness, man. Who is this dude? Like, is he real famous? Like, should I have known who he is? That was just nutty. Like, I don't even know how to comment on that other than what I've already said, that his control over his voice is not human. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. Ooh, that was just wild. When you're on stage with insanely talented people like like Yo-Yo Ma and Edgar Meyer, Mark O'Connor, and you steal the show. That's, I don't know that you could get a higher compliment than that. Not that my compliment means anything to someone at that level of talent, but oh my gosh, he was amazing. I don't know. I mean, obviously, like I said, I don't live in the world of singers or in the classical world, so it's not surprising to me that I wouldn't have heard of him. But I'm more like, man, I wish I had known about this guy before because he's nuts. That was one of the coolest, just most wild vocal performances I've ever heard in my life. He was doing so many cool things. I couldn't even focus on what the instrumentation was doing because, like I said, Bobby McFerrin just stole the spotlight, and rightfully so. This is one of them situations, and now I would have to go to my wife and be like, well, you were right, so I might as well just do it on the internet. Honey, you were right. This was nuts. Can't believe I've been missing out on this. If there's more of this dude out there that I need to see, I'm sure there is. Y'all got to point me in the right direction. Because that was just, I don't even know. I'm kind of just like rambling because I'm like flabbergasted right now. So shoot. Whew. All right, y'all. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so every time we drop new content, you all can be made aware. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.